The One Big Beautiful Bill Act can impact your bottom line, especially when it comes to tax time next year. So we've got some tax experts. Ryan and Tiffany Dodson of Stanaland Dodson and Associates are with us today. Now, there are a couple of ways that folks can cash in on the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, but let's talk about the first thing that comes to mind for me is the auto loan interest deduction. Okay, so Tiffany, give us kind of like the details on who gets to cash in with this.
Yeah, so if you buy a car in 25, and this tax deduction is good for 25 through 28, you may be able to write off up to $10,000 worth of interest if you meet certain provisions.
Okay, so let's kind of take a look at those provisions, like the how much you can make as an individual or married filing jointly.
Absolutely. So as an individual, that's $100,000. It starts to phase out, fully phases at 150,000. And for married filing jointly, it starts to phase out at 200,000, fully phasing out at 250.
Okay, and so those are the economic parameters. We need to have a car that is assembled in the U.S.
Yes, that's correct. Assembled, not made in. So the components may be from some other places, but must be assembled here.
Okay, and then there's some other stipulations too, like what kind of vehicles we're talking about and then how much interest we can deduct.
Absolutely. So the vehicle must be a car or SUV, not an RV or something else. And you can deduct up to $10,000 per year. Again, remember, it's just good through 25 and 28 during these years. So you'd want to take advantage of that, and you'd have to buy the car in 25 to take advantage of this opportunity.
Okay, that was a different sticking point. I didn't know that you had to buy the car this year starting. And then
Starting in this
okay.
year.
All right, so it's not like this can be for anybody who has an auto loan.
Unfortunately, not. It looks like they're trying to spur some new purchases here.
Gotcha. Okay, that's a little devil in the details kind of thing. All right, Ryan, let's take a look at what we know about the whole Trump savings account, this whole $1,000 that looks like free money.
Yes, so if you have a child that's born starting in 2025 through 2028, and you open up one of these accounts, the government will make a $1,000 deposit into this child's account. Now, of course, this comes with some caveats, as it always does. Like number one, you can't take the money out until they're 18, and it's going to work kind of like an IRA. It's not deductible when you put money in, which I guess I should also say that parents can also and other guardians can put $5,000 each year into that account. But as the interest and as it grows, it is that's basically growing tax free. You're not paying taxes as you go. You're going to pay only taxes when you take it out.
Okay, and then next up, Social Security and taxes. There's been a lot of talk about a temporary tax deduction when it comes to Social Security benefits. What can you clarify for us, Tiffany?
Well, starting in 25 and going through 28, taxpayers that are 65 and older may claim a new $6,000 deduction. And this is created to help offset some taxes that some people pay on Social Security, but it's not tied to Social Security. So you can claim it as long as you're 65 and over, but as you guess, as Ryan said, there are always some caveats to tax laws.
All right, you got them real quick?
Sure. One of the caveats is that you have to, as a single filer, you need to make $75,000 or less. And married filing joint, you're going to need to make under $150,000. Now, the good news is you can take this whether you itemize your deductions or not. So that's going to help out a broader range of folks.
Okay, gotcha. All right, real quick, Ryan, I got 30 seconds. What is this about tax season maybe delayed next year?
Well, the IRS commissioner came out last week and said because of the great number of changes that are coming through in this bill, there's over 800 pages, and because they've had a great reduction in the IRS staff, that tax season could be delayed by up to 3 weeks. Now, this does not mean that the deadline is going to move. This just means that when the IRS starts processing tax returns, it may be delayed up to 3 weeks.
Gotcha. Of course, you have to pay taxes on the day, as always. All right. Thank you both for your time and your expertise. We'll figure out more as things get closer and they figure out more things about the One Big Beautiful Bill.